So I came out here, I've been building garden beds now for the last, I don't know, week or two. And I have a little design where I put all the circular ones. I still have 8 more white circular ones to build, and I put them down the middle. I want to do herbs and flowers in those. They're smaller ones, or just whatever. Probably some will be flowers and herbs, and some will be other types of veggies. And then these larger ones can be multiple things, or maybe just one thing. I know we like to have a huge lettuce bed, so we're also growing lettuce inside in the AeroGarden. But I lost my little paper design, and I just thought I'd wing it. Put some this way and some kind of sideways and just see what I liked. It's a lot better to do it in person, because on paper, just things are different. It's like you can engineer and design something, but once you put it out there, what's nice is you can change your mind. I figured I'd lay it all out, see what I like, play around with it. This is the rough draft. And then when I'm ready, I'll start filling beds. I'm going to use a lot of our own native sand instead of like I'll probably do a layer of cardboard just for weed control. But instead of doing like leaves and branches and stuff like that I just don't have, as you can tell, I don't have trees out here. So I can fill these up halfway with sand and then do the rest with like compost, manure, things like that. The nice thing too is I live in an area that's full of farmers, so everybody around me offers me poop all the time. It's really funny. Hey, come get my cow poop, horse poop, goat. So this is a dump bed trailer. It tilts down. You can open it at the back like a little truck, and the whole thing tilts down. So my thought process was to leave all this room on the outskirts, fill that up with dirt and just dump it into each bed as I go. These won't take as much, so I figure I can come down the middle, or I can just, bring bags out here of compost and fill those up. I'm not as worried about the circular ones, but these ones I do want to have access on this outside rim so that I can easily fill it up, because as we all know, gardening is like back-breaking work. So whatever we can do to make it just a little tiny bit easier. I'll still be shoveling dirt into that and then shoveling it into there, so maybe not super easy. I also bought 4 of those black ones. This is my she shed. I know I've been talking about it a lot. I have those 2 garden beds out there. I thought that would be so pretty to have a little shed out here and make its own like kind of little garden around there. Maybe I'll put wildflowers. If you want to spend money, you can fill them and put like a cool bush that would maybe even last year round. But knowing me, I'll probably just fill it with some seeds and try to get like native wildflowers. And then I'm not really sure what the other part of the landscape around it is going to be like. I want it to look cute. I do have some nice pallets, so I was thinking about putting a pallet right there just so the lip getting in isn't as severe. I can paint it, make it look cute, and do a little walkway to the gravel here. I don't know. If you have any ideas, drop them below in the comments. I'm not really good at designing things. Like, this is as basic as I could get. Look how crooked it is. I'll fix that. Again, this isn't staying out here like this. I'm not keeping this out here until I'm ready to fill them. If I have time today, I will fill them. But it's just windy out here, so I don't want all these to fly away. I just know it's going to be hot out today. The hottest day probably this year. It's going to be almost 80 in Wyoming. How crazy. So I wanted to be outside, get some sun, get some work done. I will, however, fill this dirt and fill those halfway up, because I'm going to keep those out for now. As long as they're, I feel like, halfway filled with dirt, they should be okay with the wind. So here's what I have so far. I also have to go inside again and build 8 more of those circular ones. So those will just be lined down the middle on each side. They would look cute on the outside too, but I want to leave the room on the outside for the vehicle and to make it easier just to plan everything. I could also put more around here, like just go around the sides. We'll see. And also in front of the house, I always think it's really cute to have little garden beds in front of the house too. I do have a few in front of my garage, but it would be nice to have a few more. All right, guys, that's my little update on my garden plans. Of course, we're coming along. I have a bunch of starters in the house, so once we're ready to plant, I have a lot of like tomatoes and peppers and beets and radish, and I'm gonna start some onions today. I'm gonna do a new method I've never tried, so maybe I'll do like a little short reel on that as well. I will see you in the next video. Let me know if you have any comments, suggestions. If you think I need to rearrange this whole thing and you hate it, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear any suggestions. I'm totally okay with it. Constructive criticism, because like I said, I am not a designer. This is not what I'm really good at. Also, the sun is out and it looks super nice out with the sun rays. So let me know what you think. Bye, guys.